Connection established.
Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Today is day 6 of the Millionaire Memecoin Mindset series. I hope you guys are enjoying it and are learning different mindsets and psychology skills that you could be developing and how it could improve your trading. Before we begin the discussion on day 6's concept, if you do need a trading platform, sign up using the link in the bio. It has the Discover tab I've done videos on, the Pulse tab, as wallet trackers. Obviously, you got a Twitter tracker, you got leverage, being able to trade. It has so much, and also it is the cheapest and quickest trading bot, while also giving you money back when you trade, okay? So it is the trifecta of everything you ever want. So if you do need access, sign up using the link in the bio. You will get the VIP trading fee discount. Okay, let's begin the discussion on day 6's concept. So day 6's concept is nothing changes if nothing changes. I've recently heard this quote again. I've heard it years ago, but I've recently heard it again on TikTok, I believe, or on Twitter about 2 weeks ago, and it really stuck with me. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And although it seems quite obvious and quite simple, just looking at it face value, it does have a more profound meaning, because often we, all of us, want different results and success if we're failing, but we're repeating and doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? It's as if we're hitting a nail into the wood, but we want a bird to appear or something. It's just, you can't get something if you keep repeating the same thing. The same results will occur when you do the same process. And so hearing this quote, nothing changes if nothing changes, really inspired me to make this one of the videos for the Memecoin Mindset series. Because genuinely, a lot of us, including myself, often do the same things over and over again, whether it's your routine, whether it's your journaling, or you don't do the journaling, don't do a routine, and you gamble, you don't have a strategy. All of these things compound into no results, essentially, right? Poor results. Because if we keep putting the same mess together, we're going to keep getting the same mess of results. If we're doing poorly, we're doing something bad. We're doing something that is not yielding good results. Nothing changes if nothing changes. If we keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, we can't expect to be making money. For example, if we keep full porting, this is the easiest example. So if we keep full porting into a trade, we can't expect to be successful, because eventually we will lose a trade. No matter how good you are, you will eventually lose a trade. And then you'll lose everything again and you'll start over. So nothing changes if nothing changes. You need to build a strict set of rules that allow you to perform at your highest level while also having it regimented for yourself. Another word that really sparked my interest in making this video is extraordinary, right? That's a word that's very commonly used, extraordinary. It's a word, but it's combined of two words, is it not? Extra, and then there's another word in there, ordinary. Well, what does ordinary mean? Ordinary means it's not out of the norm, right? It's normal, it's whatever, we're used to it. What does extra mean? Extra means you're putting in more than you should. You're doing more than you should, right? Extra. If someone expects 100%, you're doing 110. That's extra. And so a lot of the times you hear this word extraordinary. Oh, that art is extraordinary. The trader's extraordinary, or all this stuff, right? And that means they're better than normal. But you don't get extraordinary without being extraordinary, right? That's literally the word, ordinary and extra. So it ties into nothing changes if nothing changes. If you want to be an extraordinary trader, you can't be an extraordinary trader if you're just ordinary. No, you have to be extra. You have to put in the extra, because everyone's an ordinary trader, but to get to extraordinary, you need to add extra. And it seems very simple. Like, oh yeah, really, Chris, I didn't know that. I thought that was common sense. Yes, it's common sense, but no one does it, because common sense isn't common. Okay. A lot of people think, oh, it's just common sense. Then why didn't you do it if it's common sense? Oh, Chris, I knew that if I would journal and do all this stuff, I'd be rich or I'd be having success. Then why aren't you doing it if you knew that? If you know that you will have success if you do X, Y, and Z. If I wake up at 6 a.m. and I journal for an hour and I meditate for an hour and then I get back into the trenches, I will definitely be more successful than waking up at 10 a.m. and going straight in. Then why don't you do it? I don't understand. Then why don't you do it if it's so obvious? And that's the thing. It ties back into day one, discipline. All of these concepts, you may think they're just randomly selected. They all tie in together. If you don't have one, you don't have the other. Right? Journaling. Last video. Journaling. That's discipline. That's a shape of discipline. That's why I'm breaking this down each day and day so you get specifics on what you need to be doing. Yes, you might not want to do all these things, but it's what's necessary. Once you get really good and I'm talking even better than me, right? You don't have to do them anymore. I'll let you know when I get there because I'm still doing it. Sure, am I journaling as much as I did in the beginning? Absolutely not. But you have to put an extra to be extraordinary, right? If nothing changes, nothing changes, right? So if you keep doing the same thing over again, for example, when I first started out, I didn't practice. I didn't have a strategy. I didn't journal. I just turned on my computer at school when I was in college last spring in March and April. I looked at what coin looks cool and I bought it. And I bought way too much of it. I would not full port, but I would put a significant amount of money in. And so what happens? I lose everything and I keep making the same mistakes. And then I get mad. Oh, Chris, why did you full port? Why did you just buy that coin? That was so stupid. And then guess what? 2 weeks later, I do the same thing again. And then I would get mad again. Chris, you are so stupid. Why did you do that? And then guess what? 2 weeks later, I do the same thing again. Nothing changes if nothing changes, right? The end outcome doesn't change if what you put in doesn't change. Input equals output. If you put nothing into it, you will get nothing out of it. Okay, guys? In trading, you might get lucky with one coin, but overall, over time, you will give back all the money you ever made if it was by luck. If it was by skill, you will keep the money. But if you made money by luck, you take that money and instantly send it to your bank account because you're going to lose that money. Because you didn't earn it, you didn't deserve it, you got lucky. And that's what happens a lot too in the beginning. Beginner's luck. I had it too a little bit. You make some money, you think you're good, but you just got lucky. And you keep repeating the same bad habits and then you lose it all. And then you get mad. When in reality, you should have never had that money in the beginning because it was bad habits from the get-go. And so that's what you need to realize. Your input equals your output. If you're lazy, you just show up half asleep to the computer. Say it's a Saturday, you wake up at 1 p.m. You show up to the computer half asleep. You didn't brush your teeth. You didn't put on clothes. You smell. You stink. You think you're going to perform? You think you're going to do well? Come on, put 2 and 2 together. When traders on Wall Street in New York City, the best of the best, go into office, do they go in half asleep, didn't brush their teeth, didn't eat, didn't meditate, didn't work out or something? No, they all show up. They wake up at 5 a.m. They work out. They shower. They put on a tailored suit. They eat. They look professional and they trade professional, right? Look good, feel good, trade good. So same thing here, because I was a culprit of this too. I would wake up half asleep months ago and I'd be like, oh, you know, whatever. Let me click some buttons. And then 2 minutes later, I'm down 50 Solana. I'm like, what the hell just happened? I'm down so much. What am I doing? Because also your workspace and your routine matters. And this is what the next video is going to cover. My routine and the routine steps you should be having. But as I mentioned, once again, nothing changes if nothing changes. And I'm going to beat that into your head. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You want to have a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, retire your parents, go on vacation, and get all the money, but you don't want to do the work to get the money. A surgeon doesn't become a surgeon without going to school and college and university and studying and practicing for many, many years. You think you're just going to show up half asleep and make $50,000 every day and be like, yeah, okay, I'm good, you know, I'm really good. No, that's not how it works. No one just wakes up and is good. That just does not exist. Michael Jordan in basketball didn't just wake up one day and was insanely good, right? If he never touched the basketball, he wouldn't be Michael Jordan. Think about that. If he never practiced shooting, he would have never been Michael Jordan. He'd just be regular Michael Jordan, not the basketball Michael Jordan. So that's what you guys need to realize. And girls, nothing changes if nothing changes. Your output is equivalent to your input. And vice versa. Your input is equivalent to your output. Sure, you might be putting in a lot of work right now, input, and your output is not that great. But consistency is what will build it. You can use my YouTube channel as an example. In the beginning, my videos didn't get many views. They got a couple thousand. Then I continued being consistent. Then my videos started getting 10,000 views, 20,000, 50,000. Then I got lazy, not consistent. I took a month off, made 2-3 videos. They got maybe 10K views, 20K views. Then I took another month off. Now I'm back being consistent. And my videos, some of them are getting 5K views, 10K views, 15K max. What does that mean? I tore down what I was getting before because I was lazy and not consistent. Consistency is what will build success, right? When I was posting a couple times a week back in December and January, I was getting lots of views. My channel was growing. Right now, it's still growing. I'm still getting lots of views. I'm blessed for the support. But the numbers aren't the same as before. Why? Because Chris was lazy and not consistent. Being consistent and working at a good level is way better than being lazy and working at an extremely high level a couple times a month. I'm telling you guys, if you put in an hour, 2 hours a day at a good level of consistency, you will see far more results than doing a 10-hour day once a week, okay? You play in the trenches, trade in the trenches, meme coins, 10 hours, 1 day a week, you will see significantly far less success than putting in an hour or two every day, or an equivalent amount of hours, right? 10 hours in one day or 10 hours across the week. Say 2 hours Monday to Friday every day. You will see far more success doing 2 hours Monday to Friday each day than say Saturday all day, 10 hours. And that's what you guys need to realize. Consistency breeds success, right? And that's why I'm also doing this 30-day challenge, because it'll help me to become more consistent and produce more valuable content for you guys. So once again, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully nothing changes. If nothing changes, opened your eyes a little bit. I know it did for me. 2 weeks ago, it really changed my eyes, and that's why I'm really back to producing, because I love it, and nothing changes if nothing changes, right? I had a goal this year. I want to hit 100,000 subs on YouTube, but I can't get there if I don't post, right? If I don't post a video, I won't get 100,000 subscribers. And even if I post, I might not get it, but I'm working towards that goal. And I know it will happen eventually. Maybe not this year, maybe next year, maybe the year after that. It doesn't matter to me, because I'll make it happen. And that's what you got to tell yourself. Maybe I won't make money this week or this month, but it will happen if I keep putting in the work. And that's what you guys have to tell yourself, and girls. So once again, I appreciate you all. Thank you for all the support. Love each and every one of you. Hopefully your trading is going well. Hopefully you guys are learning stuff from this mindset series. Thank you all. If you do need the trading platform, the VIP trading fee discount link, sign up using the bio. Once again, love you all. Thank you. Hopefully you guys are learning. Bye-bye.